And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders and students all around the world. This is Fxpassion broadcasting you live on TradingView. And this is the Forex Traders Course 101. What we are trying to do here, everybody, we are trying to build the three pillars of a beginner trader. Pillar number one is the strategy and or system. Pillar number two is the risk management. Everybody, we're trying to learn how risk management works inside our strategy and or system. And the big one is the psychology part. We are trying to learn as beginner traders how our psychology affects our risk management decisions, our strategy system decisions, right? And today it's a bonus lessons, everybody. You know, I received a lot of emails asking like, oh, the support resistance pivot point, it's not clear, you know, how to draw. Okay, so lesson today, it's a bonus lesson, everybody. So we are here, okay, we are passed over the basic module. So if this is your first time with us, please go back to the webinars, to the recordings, and start to watch Forex Trader course. Lesson number one, what is technical market structure? And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. Risk disclaimer, the webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, right? And for questions or homeworks, TradingView house rules apply. You can contact me in private chat or send me an email, as you did, everybody. Below the streaming, you have the Gmail contact. Hello, Sultan, how are you? Hello, Long, how are you? And never forget, having 2 skills is better than 1, and having 3 skills is better than 2, especially in times of uncertainty. And good news for the beginner traders, trading is a learnable skill. That being said, let's go to the charts, and everybody type in the chat a currency pair that you would like to draw support, resistance, and pivot point. Okay. So today we have a bonus lesson. We're going to repeat what we did the first lesson, talking about support, resistance, and pivot points. Okay. And remember, first comes, first is served. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to open a chart, and then we are going to draw support, resistance, and pivot points. And I'm going to explain to you one more time what we are looking for, what we are trying to see. Okay. So type in the chat the currency pair that you want. Otherwise, we're going to go on AUD CAD, right? AUD CAD is the first one. Okay, so we're going to delete everything. AUD CAD or Euro New Zealand, Euro AUD, Euro Dollar. Okay. And remember, what we are going to do on AUD CAD, we are going to do the same on all currency pairs, everybody. Make sense? And I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Okay. So type in the chat, everybody, the currency pair of your choice. Lastly, I believe it was GBP JPY, right? Or instead of AUD CAD, we can check AUD JPY, right? Maybe even better. AUD JPY. Okay, everybody, AUD JPY. Something like this. And I'm going to delete, remove the drawings, and remove the drawings, and remove the drawings. Okay, so, and one more time, remove the drawings. Okay, so emails, from a few you send me an email how to draw, how to draw support, resistance, pivot points. Okay, now TradingView has a great feature here. You are going to click on the left side of the cloud. You are going to click here, and you are going to click on drawings, everybody. Okay, click on drawings, and then we are going to go on the monthly chart. Okay, monthly chart. And hello, Zuelius, how are you? Okay, and we're going to compress the chart. Okay, what we are going to do, everybody, we are going to draw a horizontal line. Okay, and we're going to color code it in red because this is going to signal the resistance. Hello, DNW. Okay, so I have my first line, and then I'm going to look for highs, right? So this would be the first high, and I'm going to use some kind of transparency because I want to see the highs and the lows of the candles. Okay, everybody, so this is one. Now remember, you're going to do the same on all currency pairs, all right? So the next one, red, and I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Where is the next high? It's here, right? Sultan GBP NZD. Okay, we're going to do it later. We already started with AUD JPY. Okay, so one more, and we're going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Good morning, Israel. You are the teacher. Israel, you are the teacher. I'm your student. Okay, everybody, so this is one more, scrolling down, and I'm going to push it up and scroll down, okay, and scroll down. This is another high, right? So those are levels of resistance on the monthly chart. One more, I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, high. Here is the high, one more. And I'm going to just do the same, you know, I'm going to up in here and I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and I have here on the left another high, everybody, something like this, right? Now this ultimate high, everybody, you know, it's, so I need to pay attention, right? I need to pay attention on what we talked about, what is support, what is resistance, and what is a pivot point. Remember, everybody? So this is resistance. The market is going to hit the wall and is going to retrace or react. Support. The market is going to make lower lows, lower highs. It's going to hit the floor and then it's going to react. Hello, real FX Beast. How are you? And pivot point, you know, we have up pivot point, down pivot point, you know, I just need to remember that it's going to hit the wall, break through, retest most likely, and then it's going to push higher. So when I'm drawing support, resistance, and pivot points, I need to be clear on this. So this last line, you know, this last resistance line, I need to be careful, you know. I mean, nothing's wrong, but I want to change colors on pivot points. So one more time, it's red, and I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down very slowly. I'm looking for the first high. Scroll down, scroll down. Okay, so I have the next high, which is here, you know, and it's still resistance, right? So here is the high. Here is the high. So it's still resistance. Red line, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. I have another high, which is here on the monthly. I'm going to click red, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Where is the next high? Scroll down here. So here is the next high. You know, now in this last high, everybody, it's not resistance anymore, it's a pivot point, right? So I'm going to change the color to blue. Okay, I'm still on the monthly chart, so I'm going to draw horizontal line and scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. I want to see a high or low, right? I'm scrolling down very slowly, not a low. This is not a low. The highs are done. Scroll down and okay, I have a low here. Delete this one, delete this one. So here I have a low, right? So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, everybody. Okay, so this is a pivot point. And one more time, I'm going to put up the horizontal line. And I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And I'm monitoring. So where is the market going to hit the first lower high? So I have another high in here, right? Here, this was the high. Okay, and I'm going to up in here again. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm looking for highs or lows. Which one is going to be first? So I have a high here. This was the high in here. Okay, let me just move a little bit. So this was the high. Scroll down, scroll down. I'm looking for highs or lows. Okay, remember, not all wicks are highs or lows, everybody. Now I have another low in here. This is not a low. Where is the low? So this is a high. We have another high in here. And remember, support, resistance, pivot points, everybody, are areas, right? So I'm going to scroll down, and where is the next high to low, low to high? Well, here, right? Here is the high. Okay, and everybody, if you get tired, you just go down in here, you put a green color and look for support, right? So I'm going to scroll up and looking for lows. This is the first low, horizontal line. I'm scrolling up, moving up. Where is the next low? This is a low, so I'm going down in here, up, I'm monitoring, so this would be, where is the next low? This is a low here on the left, everybody. Okay, we are going to do the same on all currency pairs, everybody, on the monthly chart. So down, green, and where is the next low, right? So those two are almost together. I have a next low here, everybody, here. Okay, click down here, scrolling up, moving up the band, horizontal line, moving up, 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 up. Okay, we have another low. Is it the low? No, I made a mistake, everybody. This is not a low. So I'm going to push higher, right? And now we have a low, right? So we have, this is the low, and in here, this is the next low. Okay. And if you get tired, just go down, right? Go down, and so we're looking for past support, up, 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 and we have another low in here. So delete this one, delete this one. Beginner traders, we have another low in here. Okay. And I believe we are done with supports, but we are missing still pivot points, right? So scrolling up, 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 up. Where is the next low? This is the next low. And I need to look at the candles, because if I have a reaction like in here, well, this is not support anymore, it's a pivot point. Make sense? Okay. And we're going to do the same on GBP and ZD once we are finished with AUDJPY. Okay, so is this support or is this a pivot point? I need to see a reaction, right? So still support. One last time, green line, moving up, up, up. I'm looking for the low. What is a low, everybody? Low is a center candle with two candles on the left and two candles on the right with higher low values. So, okay, now I'm here, so this is a low in here, but also this is a high. So this is not support anymore, it's a pivot point. So we're going to change colors. Okay, we're going to change colors on the line. So it takes some time, right, everybody? So now still I'm on the pivot points, okay? Just remember and see, I have another low in here. I missed it. everybody. I missed this low, right? So it's still a pivot point. And down in here, scrolling up, you know, I'm looking for the lows. Where is the next low? Where is the next low? Where is the next low? This is the next low here on the left. And if you get tired one more time, you just push up, right? And scroll down. You are looking for highs. High in here, horizontal line up, scrolling down. You are looking for highs, everybody. Where is the next high? Or the low, right? So this, we have the low in here. This is the low. Horizontal line up. If you get tired, scrolling down, we are looking for highs or lows. So this is a low. Do we have any highs before? This is a high here on the right. You know, not sure about those three. So, but this is a high. Okay, we have a high in here. Horizontal line up, scrolling down, 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 looking for highs or lows. So we have a low in here. Click horizontal line. Let's speed up a little bit. Horizontal line, low, speed up, you know, lows in here. And one more, you know, this is a low in here, pivot point. This is a low in here, pivot point. Up in here. And this is a low in here, pivot point. So we are connecting the lows and the highs, right? We have a low in here on the left. So just for you to see, here is a low, right? And here is the low. And I think we are most likely done. This is a high in here. I missed it. Okay. So let me check the chart, everybody. We are most likely done. I'm going to delete the circles. Delete, 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 delete. Whoops. Going back and delete the green, delete the blue, delete, whoops, delete and delete, and where is the circle? Delete. Okay, so let's increase the chart and let me see. Okay, I have another, you know, I have another high in here. Here was another high. I have another high in here, you know. Sometimes we are going to have many pivot points or support resistance, you know, near the other. So this is another low in here, you know, another low in here, high to low, low to high. Hello, Brian, how are you? Lows to, okay, everybody. Now, this is time consuming, right, on the monthly chart, but TradingView has this great feature that you're going to do only once, everybody. So I did this on the monthly chart, and now we have the same things on the weekly chart, everybody. Do you see? Weekly chart, right? And we have the same on the daily chart, right? We have the blue, the green, and the red, correct? And lastly, we have on this smaller time frame. So 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, whatever, right? Okay. So this is one. Number two, everybody, you know, DMW said in the last class, we were doing, I believe, on the GBP JPY, and he said, well, it's low probability. Okay. And remember the concept, everybody. So the higher time frame support, resistance, pivot points are stronger than the smaller time frame support, resistance, pivot points. Okay, so just remember, everybody, that what you are seeing right now on the 4-hour chart are the support, resistance, pivot points from the monthly right? Monthly. And even though we are on the 4-hour chart, everybody, how curious is that the market reacted in here, and how curious is that the market reacted in here, and how curious is the market reacted in here, and how curious is that the market reacted in here or in here, right? As you can see, everybody, you know, it's not all the time, right? But a lot of times the reaction, you know, looking here, reaction, you know, looking here, reaction, you know, reacted here, you know, so not all the time, right? Because here the market didn't touch the pivot point and it went up, you know, but it reacted here. So it pushed higher and higher, reacted here, and pushed higher, you know, through the roof, reacted here, right? Can you see, everybody, how many times on the 4-hour chart the market reacted to the pivot points of the monthly? Can you see, everybody? Can you see? So when we are doing, you know, our analysis, like in an uptrend, everybody, you know, this is the uptrend, right? And before we go long, we said, okay, this is what we are looking for. You know, in an uptrend to have a greater chance of success, we are looking to find the path support. You know, this is our entry that we're looking for, right? And if you would look in here, everybody, let me see what would be the example. Up and down. Okay, so here, right? Let me delete this one. Let me delete this one. So let's take a look in here. You know, and as a beginner trader, everybody, it's easy to say, well, this is not, you know, it's not working, right? Because I have here, you know, I have a low in here, and this low reacted to this high, right? But tell me, everybody, is this high in here from the 4-hour chart, or is this high in here from the monthly chart? Is this high that the market reacted, you know, is this high from the 4-hour chart, or is this high from the monthly chart? Everybody, you can say yes, it's from the monthly, you can say yes, it's from the weekly, you can say yes, it's from the 4-hour chart. So, you know, we have a reaction, right? And DMW last session said, oh, this is low probability, right? Why? Because what is happening on the smaller time frames? Because this is very helpful. Yeah, I was going too fast, right? So in the previous lesson, we were trying to bypass support, and what would happen? Happen something like this. You know, the market went against us, right? Okay, and it seems that this is like it doesn't work, you know. Well, remember, everybody, especially beginner traders, not all highs and lows are relevant. Monthly, yes sir. Okay, so even though this is past support, everybody, remember the last lesson, you know, we were scrolling down, making, you know, we're monitoring the levels of past support, right? We did something like this, past support from right to left, left to right, right? We did something like this, right? And we would enter in here, you know, and we would talking that, oh, this is a greater probability because 1 + 1 + 1, it's 3, right? Counter trend line break, bullish candlestick formation, and past support. And many times what we found out is the market went against us, right? And DNW said, well, but this is, you know, this is not working, you know, it's low probability. Well, it's not, you know, because the lower the time frame, the less relevant are the support, resistance, pivot points. Everybody, makes sense? So even though, one more time, even though this is past support, this past support is from the 4-hour chart, as Pickles is saying. And how curiously, you know, the market then reacted to this level, okay, this level. And then the market went up, you know, it went up, and how curious the market reacted here to this level, right? It didn't react here. It's not going to happen all the time, but then the retracement, you know, pivot point, right? Remember the pivot points, everybody? Is going to break through, retest, and is going to push further up. So how curious the market broke through, you know, hit the pivot point from the monthly and pushed back up, you know, and we are here right now. Okay, so clicking here, delete, 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 and if we go back in time, right, let's compress the chart. So everybody see the pivot point in here, you know, it broke through, you know, it went back down, retest, and it pushed higher, right? So how curious the market reacted in here. Remember the pivot point? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, is going to hit the ceiling and is going to react. And then after the reaction, the market is going to move. After the reaction, the market is going to move up, break through, right? Something like this. Wait, break through. See, everybody? You know, it went up, hit the ceiling, reacted, reaction, you know. How curious, pushed down to the lower pivot point, and then finally broke through. Reacted again, how curiously, on the pivot point from the monthly. It's not going to happen always, you know. So in here, right, look at this reaction. So the market reacted in here, and it was between the two pivot points from the monthly, right? But one more time, what is this in an uptrend? Everybody, what is this in an uptrend? It has nothing to do with the monthly pivot points, but the market reacted to what? What's this? This is past what? Past support, exactly. Exactly. And this is the 4-hour chart, you know. Now, let's see the daily if you want. Let's go on the daily. And yes, when you chart, everybody be careful and unclick the drawings. So if not, you're going to have all the drawings all over the place, right? And delete this one, delete this one. Okay, so let's go back in here, right? And this is the daily chart. Now, how curious, this is the daily chart. I'm just choosing aleatory, you know. How curious the market reacted here, the market reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, you know, didn't react here, but it reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, you know, didn't react here, you know, reacted here, everybody, reacted here, you know, didn't react here. So the circles are how many times the market respected the monthly pivot points, and the quadrants is the time that the market, you know, didn't respect or didn't care. Okay. So as a beginner trader, everybody, you must understand, we, like me too, we're all the same. Okay, we're in this together. We must understand that the market is going to react most likely, high probability, you know, to the pivot point, support, resistance levels, especially from the higher time frames. And just because it's not going to react time to time, DMW, this doesn't mean that it's low probability. Makes sense, everybody? You know, oh, I entered here in past support as Fxpassion told me, and the market went against me. You know, it's going to happen time to time. But look how many quadrants we have that the market didn't react to the area, and how many circles we have. You don't believe me, do you? So let's go. Let's find more examples. You know, Passion, I don't believe you. Well, let's find more examples from the daily. Reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, you know, reacted here, didn't react here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, didn't react here, quadrant, reacted here, you know, didn't react here, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here, reaction here, reaction here, reaction here, reaction here, reaction here, reaction here. So now what, everybody? I know some of you beginner traders, and I know that you are thinking, oh, you know, I think this doesn't work. Well, just because it's not going to happen, or the market is not going to reverse, you know, 100% of the time, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Makes sense? But either way, what we were training in the previous lesson, everybody, this reaction here, you know, from the daily chart this time, this reaction. So this low reacted to what? This low reacted to past support on the daily, not from the weekly. The blue lines are from the weekly, you know. But if you don't have, everybody, so what is the challenging part, everybody? This is the challenging part. You know, some of you, you know, would not have monthly pivot points and support resistance levels on the chart. Some of you are going to remove everything, and you would draw support and resistance levels from the daily. Make sense? You would do exactly the same I did on the monthly, but you would do this on the daily. And of course, you would have 3,000 support resistance pivot points more. Why is that? Because the smaller time frame, the more swings, the more highs and lows we are going to have. Yes or yes, everybody? Do you understand this? If I'm going to delete the pivot points and support resistance from the monthly chart, because I can, and I'm going to draw support and resistance pivot points from the daily, and I can do this on the 2-hour, 2-hour, 4-hour chart, and 1-hour chart, and you know, and I'm going to say, well, you know, this reaction, you know, happened to, because I don't see the future, right? This was the market back in time, you know, so I don't have this one, and this reaction happened related to what? No support or resistance pivot point, nothing, and I would go up and up, you know, and maybe this time I would have entered here, right? Because this low reacted to this high. And where is the bad example, you know, when this doesn't work? Okay, here, yeah, right? Here, I would say, okay, you know, this low reacted to this high in here. This low reacted to this high, right? And I would enter here, and the market would go against me, right? And I would say, well, this doesn't work, right? Where and when, everybody, we are learning that the higher the time frame, that the stronger, or let's use another word, the more relevant are the points, the pivot point, support, resistance. Make sense? one more, everybody. So past support, right? In theory, what we are looking for is this. You know, this is theory, and when theory, talking about the theory, this is what we are looking for. We are looking for an up retracement to come to this level, you know, and this is going to increase our probability, right? Now, we need to understand that many times the market is going to do the same, you know, but it's going to push lower, or it's going to break through before it starts to making another highs, higher lows. So why is that? Because support, resistance, pivot points are areas. Make sense, everybody? So this is theory in here, you know, like, oh, we are looking for the market, and we are looking for the low to connect to the high. But many times the reality of the market is going to do this. It's going to break the pivot point one more time. Why? Because we are thinking that it's a line. It's not, it's an area. So it's going to break through, and then, you know, it was still the reaction to this. Or another example, many times the market is going to do something like this, you know, and it's not going to hit the pivot point in here. Clone. Okay. So this is theory, everybody, that you need to be aware of. And this is, I mean, sometimes it happens like this, you know, it's going to exactly to the peak. It's going to, the wick of the candle is going to touch the wick of the candle, and the market is going to react. But most of the time you're going to see this kind of behavior or this kind of behavior. So the market didn't go to the command trading view. Click. The market didn't go to the support, resistance, or pivot point. Make sense, everybody? Now here is the cool part, right? You can accept or decide to use pivot points, everybody, support, resistance, pivot points, or you can reject, you know. You can say, well, I'm not going to, I'm choosing, right? It's a choice. I'm choosing not to have pivot points and support, resistance on my charts, and it's okay, everybody. Okay, there's no right or wrong. When you're building your strategy, you can do whatever you want. Makes sense? But you know, there's always a but. But if institutional traders, institutional professional traders are looking at support, resistance, pivot points, all of them, right? All of them, yes, all of them, in institutional traders from investment banks, brokers, hedge funds, are looking at support, resistance, pivot points. You know, doesn't make sense that we as beginner traders should do the same? It's not a rule. I'm just asking a question, you know, it's common sense. I'm a beginner trader and I'm choosing not to use support, resistance, pivot point because it's hard work, right? It's hard work. When institutional traders, you know, they are looking at the support, resistance, pivot points, everybody. Make sense? So Sultan said GBP NZD. Okay, let's change. You know, GBP NZD, GBP NZD. Okay, everybody, GBP NZD. Oh, let's click here. GBP NZD. Double click. GBP NZD. I'm going to remove all the drawings. You know, remove all the drawings. Remove. Everybody, do you have any questions so far? This lesson, it's a bonus for you to, one more time, you know, I did my best. I hopefully you understand better, everybody. I clarified hopefully some things to you. Okay, now GBP NZD, we're going to do the same. We're going to go on the quadrant, click the drawings, and go on the monthly chart, you know, and we're going to do the same, right? So horizontal line, we are looking for highs and lows. Red line, right? Where is the first high? Here. Click above horizontal line, high in here. Click up in here, horizontal line. Where is the next high? It's in here. Click up, horizontal line. Now this is the high, right? So it's a pivot point, right? Because the market reacted. So we have a high in here and we have a low in here. And if you get tired, everybody, one more time, just go down, you know, make it green, and let's connect the lows. This is a level of support from the monthly chart. This is a level of support from the monthly chart. This is a level, everybody. So as beginner traders, we must pay attention not to put the lines, support, resistance, pivot points, on what are not highs or lows. Make sense? So it would be wrong, everybody, if I would put a support line. You know, it would be wrong if I would put a support line on this wick here. Why is that? Because this is not a low. Make sense, everybody? This blue candle, it's not a low. Look left. The second candle on the left, it has a lower low value. It should be higher low value, but it's a lower low value. And if this is your first time, everybody, please go back to the recordings, the streams, and start to watch, starting from lesson number 1. Today is lesson 20, right? Okay, so down in here. Okay, okay, I'm tired, you know, let's find pivot points. I'm going to change the blue one. I'm looking for highs and lows. So this is a high in here, right? This is a high. Let's delete here, you know, pivot point, scrolling down. This is a high and the low together, you know, blue line, scrolling down. Let's connect the highs. Here is a high, one more time. You know, now I'm tired. Okay, let's go down. Let's try to find some pivot points. You know, this is so this is the first pivot point, right? Why? Because the market reacted here and the market reacted here. So scrolling down, moving up, you know, this is a high, this is a high, this is a high, this is a high. Clicking here, everybody, this is a high. One more time. You know, where are the lows? So this is a low. And if you don't see, everybody, just zoom in the chart, right? Zoom in the chart. Everybody, beginner traders, if you don't see the highs and the lows, just zoom in the chart and find the high. So this here, it's another high. This here, it's another high. You know, do I have any low? Sure, this is a low. And this is a low, one more. And what about the highs? This is another high. You know, this is not a high. Here we have another high. And here on the left, we have another high. Here we have another high up in here. And we are, this is another high in here, right? What about the lows? Whoa, here we have a low, right? Here we have another low. And this is not a low. We have it. Here another low if you want. and I believe we are done, you know. So let's move further. Okay, up in here. Okay, if you don't see, right, just zoom in the chart. Okay, and so this is a low pivot point, this is a high pivot point, this is a high pivot point, this is not a high, this is a low. Be careful, everybody, this is not a high in here. Okay, we have a high here on the left. What about the lows? This is a low here, you know, this is a low in here, and not sure about those two. I'm going to leave it. Well, this is a high in here, and moving with the chart, right? So let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Okay, maybe I don't see another one, but I would say that we are done. Sultan, we are done with the GBP NZD, right? And one more time, everybody, you know, we have now on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, on the weekly chart, right? So one more time, everybody. Now we were on the 4-hour chart. Now let's move on the 1-hour chart, okay? 1-hour chart. Okay, let's zoom in. I mean, let's zoom out, right? One more time, everybody. How curious the market reacted here. Didn't react here. You know, reacted here, reacted here, reacted here. Didn't react here. It's in the middle, right? Reacted here, reacted here. You know, didn't react here. Reacted here, reacted here big time, reacted here, reacted not here, reacted here big time, everybody, reacted here, you know, reacted here 2 times, didn't react here, you know, reacted here 1 2 3 4 sideways movement, consolidation, 1 2 3 4 sideways movement, consolidation, right? Not the perfect example, but it's an area. Reacted here, you know, didn't react here, right? So before we finish today, everybody, does the market react? This is the question for the beginner trader to understand. Does the market react to the monthly support resistance pivot points most of the time? Yes or no? Try to make an educated decision, everybody. If you're going to say, yes, I'm going to use support resistance pivot points, or no, I'm not going to use support resistance pivot points, here is the question that you must understand. Does the market react to the monthly support resistance pivot points on all time frames most of the time? Look at the chart. There is no right or wrong. You can say yes, you can say no, you know, you can say no, I don't, you know. Israel, it sure does. DMW, my friend, what about you? Change your mind? Looks like very good. You know, I'm happy. Most of the time, yes, sir. So if the market reacts, everybody, most of the time, would make sense for us to use and implement support resistance pivot points when we trade? What do you say? One more time, there is no right or wrong. Would it make sense to use support resistance pivot points because the market it's reacting most of the time? There is no right or wrong, you know. You can say yes, you can say no, you can say I don't know, right? Okay, everybody, so For some of you that you want to go to the next level faster, okay, today is what, Tuesday, next level number 1. If you want quicker results, everybody, and not waste 2, 3, 4 years to figure out how the market works, ask for private lessons of the Forex course 101. Okay, if you don't want to lose time, time is an issue, why would you waste it? Okay, this is from next level number 1. Some of you are asking me, do you have anything else, or you have just the basic course? Israel says a lot of sense. Sure. Okay, everybody, so this would be the homework. Okay, if you are going to use, thank you, Zuelius, if you are going to use support, resistance, pivot points, everybody, have it on all of the charts that you are using. Okay, TradingView has this great feature. You are going to click on drawings. You are going to do it just one time. Okay, is it time consuming? Make no mistakes. Okay, building charts, it's time consuming, but you are going to do this only once. Okay, and one more time, if you don't like it, if you think that, oh, this is not for me, there is no right or wrong, you can say, okay, I'm going to reject this pivot point, support, resistance, and I'm going to trade with some other things. Okay, there is no right or wrong, everybody. That being said, until tomorrow, stay strong and trade with passion. This is Fxpassion signing off.